You guys want to see the craziest way to dumpster dive? Look at this. Check out these cans. Bet you never seen these cans before. This guy's on his forklift over here. He has it all the way up there. Look at that, huh? Hey, look at those cans. Okay, we're looking good and we're feeling good. I want to show you guys a couple things real quickly here. I don't think I got this on camera yet. A company sent this pure switch over. This is Apple compatible, meaning that through Siri, you can literally turn lights on and off just like Alexa.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
Make a long story short, I haven't connected Alexa to this internet yet. Don't ask me why. It's just one of those things that it's on the list. So every time I say her name, she fires up. Anyway, this was the first company to reach out to me for testing. And you can see this one on my other channel, Tips in Tricks. This is the Coup Geek. I believe it's about $35 for one plug, and you link it up to your phone, and all you do is say, Siri, turn on television, and whatever, if your TV is associated to this, it turns on. I have this hooked up to my Christmas lights, really cool. This company wanted me to compare it with this one, and we'll be doing that video on my other channel, Tips in Tricks, always linked in the description box below, as is my car channel. Anyway, but with that out of the way, I want to break it down to you guys real simply here. Something that has been on my mind recently. I was thinking about doing two portions to two different videos right here, right now. Stay tuned for that. I'm not going to have this on this video, but I want to show you what I take out dumpster diving. Now, I know a lot of you guys are either watching this and you're like, what do you mean dumpster diving? What are you talking about? Well, mostly on this channel, we do dumpster diving videos, but really my passion is for this channel is to do more than just that. My ultimate goal, of course, is to have a dumpster diving reality show, just like Extreme Makeover Home Edition, where we go out and we bless people with things that we find and we give them a second home. There's a whole entire show idea I have for this. So anyway, if any of you guys know anybody in the Hollywood realm, or it doesn't even have to be a Hollywood realm, in the show business, my wife and I would love to do and create a dumpster diving reality show. It is gonna happen regardless if it's with my wife and I or whoever it's with. It's gonna blow up. It's gonna be the next Storage Wars. I guarantee you that. It just takes the right person believing in it, putting some money in a production team in the back of it. Or my wife and I were gonna start our own production company eventually when this YouTube thing, God willing, blows up. Sweet. I'm actually hoping for that. Anyway, I'd be down to work for someone else too. But that's basically where this talk is going, is goals. Now, every year, 2017, 2018, 2016, when the new year comes around January 1st, we're always like, you know, I want to set goals. I want to lose weight. I want to do this. I want to do that. And it's an awesome time to actually reevaluate your life and plan goals and write them down. Now, there is, I believe, a Harvard study saying people that write down their goals are like 90 something or 80%. So I'll have to have somebody look this article up for me, or unless I find it myself and link it below. But when you write down goals and you have goals, it's a lot better than talking about it. Talking about it is one thing, dreaming about it is another thing, but physically putting one foot in front of the other is what prevents most people from actually doing it. So one goal for us right now, my wife and I, we've come to realization is that for our goals, what we want for ourselves and for our future family, we don't want to be tied down to the corporate world, right? That's why obviously I am doing full-time YouTube and affiliate marketing, and also like reviewing products. And if I don't like them, I sell them on eBay, I sell them on Amazon, and this puts money, which is able to afford this place right here. Now, my wife works as well, so that is able to help out with the bills, help out with groceries, etc. Now, I don't make a ton of money to be able to afford a very lavish lifestyle lifestyle, but I wake up and work doesn't suck. I enjoy what I do, and it's a daily hustle to be motivated and to put one foot in front of the other on the ground. Now, again, if you guys don't know my backstory, I owned a chauffeur company. It was my own company, and I wasn't making a ton of money per year, but I was making decent income for living in California. Now, if I lived in another state, I would be probably doing a lot better than I would be in California. California is a different beast, just like New York or some other areas, San Francisco, etc. Well, San Francisco is in California, and so I'm in Orange County. It's expensive here. It's expensive. It's the land of you gotta have a BMW. It's the land of you gotta have a nice car, nice house, etc., Porsche, whatever. I only own a BMW because I used it for chauffeuring. Now I don't have a car payment, so it's like, why get another car? So I was going through my last year, and I was like, I really want to stop driving, and I want to focus on passive income and YouTube. Now, passive income is like, if you guys don't understand what that is, it's my other channel, my tech channel. I've put up videos that are still making me more than my newest videos, and they've been up there for like 3 years. My car videos, they've been up there for 3 years, and they're still making me money today because people are watching those videos. That's something to keep in mind if you ever want to start a YouTube channel. Now, this daily vlogging is not like those DIY projects, right? So for instance, I changed the oil on my car. That car is making me money to this day, every day. So I haven't touched that video in it forever. I haven't done anything. Once it's up, it took a little bit of time to film, but once it's up, it's still making me money every single day. Now, these daily vlog videos are a little bit different, where people come and they watch it like within a short period of time, or if you're a new subscriber, you go back and watch my old videos, etc. But nothing really pops, you know, except for like maybe 5 videos that have like really popped on this channel. Now, DIY projects are a lot different, where you cater to hundreds of thousands of people. You're gonna get hundreds of thousands of views over time. It's not gonna pop all at once. It could, but probably not. For instance, I made a haircutting tutorial about how to cut your hair like Brad Pitt when the movie Fury came out. Now, I'm not a crazy professional stylist, but I did a pretty good job. So that current video right now has over, I believe, 276,000 views on it. That took a bit of time to get to that level, but it went from 0 to about 100,000 pretty quickly. Not overnight, but over about a span of about a month, or maybe a little bit more than that. I'm not really sure. Anyway, so that's kind of giving you an inside for what type of videos that you might want to do. Now, there are a lot of vloggers who get hundreds of thousands of views, millions of views per day on every single video, but it'd be interesting to see if they go back and if their old videos are making them passive income. So my brother actually told me about this whole passive income back in like 2011, 2012, and I was very curious. Now, passive income allowed me to go to Brazil for a month. I believe that was a year from last Christmas, and I was there for a month. Was it a year from last Christmas? Anyway, I have direct deposit, so all the money goes in from my passive income, YouTube, and my affiliate stuff. It goes into my checking account. I pay rent while I'm in Brazil for a month. So that's what our goal is as a family, as a couple. We've agreed upon that we want to take Natalie out of the corporate world, the 9-to-5 hustle, which can be so beating on the husband and wife, beating on the family. And beating is, I mean, like just really like wears you down. It depends what job. A lot of people love their jobs.
You hate Wall Street, but maybe it's time to quit.
I love my job.
You hate your job.
I love my job.
You're miserable.
I love my job. I love my job, honey.
And her job doesn't, like, it's not horrible, but it's just not what she's created by God to do. God's created her to be a creator, to create something that's gonna inspire others. She is a really awesome thought processor, a writer. She is a visionary, but she needs to send the workers out to do what her vision is required to do. I forgot the whole thing. Me and my brother were having a great conversation last time he was in town about this, but I am a visionary, but I have the means to do it myself, but to a certain extent. Now, my wife, if she had a solid team of people around her, she could create and do this to a like a degree would be no other. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I love my wife, and that's what I've been working hard behind the scenes, off camera on, doing some research, making some investments, and being inspired by watching other YouTubers as well, because it's not all glitz and it's not all glory. There are behind the scenes struggles where you're sitting there on your computer, you're looking at your analytics, and you're like, boy, you know what I'm I'm saying? We gotta step it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We gotta just, start creating. Instead of getting stagnant, we gotta push forward. Now again, even the big YouTubers that are making a killing, right? They'll feel stagnant, and the grass is always greener on the other side. Sometimes you could be the best travel vlogger in the world, and there's times where you just literally wanna stay at home and just watch movies all day and not vlog. And then there's times where you're sitting on the couch too much, watching too many movies, and you're like, I wanna get out there. I wanna do it. Quick story before we wrap this up, because I think I'm going on some sorts of like 5 different tangents right now. But again, trying to stay positive in moving forward. So here I am, 20 years old. My buddy Marcus and I, we travel Europe for 1 month in 2002. That was an amazing trip. You single people, you married people, you people with families, get out and travel. Asia countries, Europe countries. I've been to Europe twice. Thank you, Jesus, for the means to do that. But that trip really taught me a lot. Now, traveling outside of your bubble is your home. Your bubble is your city. Your bubble is Trader Joe's, the gym, back home, cook the same food, and stuff like that. Sometimes, I'm speaking to myself, I need to get outside of my bubble and not have the luxury of my toilet or my shower. I need to dive on into the sea of the world. It's a big world, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if Apostle Paul could do it, Cristoforo can do it, you know what I'm saying? So, we come back from an amazing trip in Europe, absolutely fantastic trip. We come back, I don't have a job, I quit my job before I went. I was still living at home, that was the only way it could happen. My friend and I, we took 1 month after that 1 month in Europe, and I didn't work at all. I didn't do anything. We just sat by the pool about probably 4 days a week, tanning and doing nothing for 1 month. And you're like, Chris, that sounds like a dream. Well, after about 2 weeks, I got severely bored. The grass is always greener on the other side. Too much pool, too much tanning. I'm like, I need a job. I need to feel productive. And then once you get the job and then you're working, then all of a sudden the grass is greener on the other side. You're like, I want to sit by the pool and do nothing. So, to conclude this rant of a story, pursue your passion. Make sure that when you get up in the morning, work doesn't suck. Whatever that is. Whatever you want to do, you don't have to be rich. If rich is sitting in front of a computer and doing some awesome videos and editing and you feel good about it, then you are rich. If you are rich and you don't have a BMW in the garage, or if you don't have a Porsche, it doesn't matter. That could be a slave to you. That can confine your income, and that could potentially not allow you to travel. Don't let society tell you what is rich. Have yourself be decisive about that. Now, I've always been a big believer of whatever is biblical, moral, and ethical. If you want to get into a business, put one foot in front of the other. Go from the idea down to paper to actually stepping one foot in front of the other, because honestly, so you'll find that once the idea is created in your head, right, it sounds amazing. On paper, it will sound amazing or good, and then this is where it really comes into play. Who you tell your idea to or your dream to. There will be either those friends and family members that will back you up and will give you more motivation to go forward, or that could potentially, now I'm not knocking family, but sometimes friends or family, careful who you tell your idea or dream to, because that could get crushed right there. It could be a fantastic dream or goal, but it could get crushed because outsiders are giving you kind of their worldly perspective, and it could be wise advice, it could not be. They could also prevent you from making a grave mistake. So you gotta take who you talk to like a grain of salt and really think about it. If you're a God-fearing person, pray about it as well. Obviously, that's number one. You gotta pray about this stuff, but you want to be able to surround yourself. And I know a lot of successful people, they learn from failures. Now, we hate failure, but sometimes failure can push us forward. Sometimes we don't even want to fail, so we don't even get started. But the biggest thing is, again, mind to paper, paper to foot, foot in front of the other, and get moving. Now, a lot of times, if you have a big goal about getting a bunch of VC money and starting a huge company, that's one thing, you know, push it. If you know how to do it, push it. But for instance, me, I don't know anything about sitting down, and that doesn't really sound attractive, like sitting down with a bunch of rich people trying to get their money to start this company. So So that's why I love YouTube, because YouTube, it's all on you. It's all on you, and as long as you make decent content and put in some cool algorithms and keywords, your videos can blow up. So it's on you to do your research and find out what's gonna pop. It's on you to start your channel. It's on you to be able to provide good content and think of ideas. Nobody's holding me back from potentially going like this, right? Skyrocketing or mooning, right? But for instance, if I want to be an actor in Hollywood, guess who's holding me back? Producers, casting agencies, traffic up there, callbacks, all that stuff, right? If that's your dream, go for it, but just know it might take a little bit of time. We were watching La La Land, great movie by the way, but she, in the movie, it was just a character, but she hustled for 6 years and finally got her role after she pursued her own play. It was a great movie by the way. That movie made me ponder real good afterwards. Anyway, I think we're done for the day. You guys are like, Chris, you talk way too much. What's going on? Sometimes this is almost like a video diary. I'm not much of a writer because I don't really write like diary down. Like I've always like really commended people that put their ideas and their thoughts like in a journal and a diary. That really, I tried it, but it's not really for me. What I actually like to do is I like to videotape, because sometimes your words just kind of flow out instead of writing. Now my brother's a writer. I'm not really much of a writer, but I would like to write, and I would eventually, I want to be an author, but I'm going to have someone else write it for me as I spit the words out. He's going to collaborate it and write it down. So that's another goal for the future. I actually had a day vision about coming off a book tour and meeting my family in Colorado where they're building the ranch during Christmas time. So until then, God bless you, God protect you, remember to Carpe Diem, baby, and live your dream. And remember to always smile. Smiling is better than frowning. Later. Mr. Coffee Machine, I would like one more espresso, please. Negatory on the espresso. You've had 6 already, and you are over your limit. Oh, Coffee Machine. I didn't know you were connected to Siri.